So I was in Las Vegas last week. I went there to go to the AED Leadership Conference. And my good friend of mine, Chad Miller, who was a captain in the 101st Airborne, who's the president of PSG, they do job placement for veterans. So if you're in the military or have already gotten out and you're a veteran and you're looking for a job, especially in the heavy equipment industry or on-road truck, Chad Miller's your guy. But in his presentation, he made a great comment that I'd like to talk about for a little bit. He made the point that, a lot of dealerships will post a job posting for a technician, and they'll say experienced technicians only. And he really hammered him pretty hard to say, don't do that. So it motivated me I wanted to shoot this video to all of you up and coming technicians out there, that if a dealership has a sign or job posting online somewhere that says we're hiring technicians, but only experienced technicians, don't get frustrated. Don't get mad. That's really your sign not to go to work for that dealership. Basically, what they're saying when they say experienced technicians only, they're basically saying, hey, we're not going to train you. We're not going to invest in you. We're going to chew you up and spit you out. And then you're going to either quit or we're going to fire you. And then we're going to start the process all over again. When you're looking for a dealership to go to work for, you want one who has a training program, who's going to invest in you, who's going to coach you, who's going to mentor you, who's going to send you to training. Just that statement of we only hire experienced technicians, or only experienced technicians should apply, is really saying we're lazy and we really don't want to have to do any of the hard work. It's hard coaching and training. But as I consult with dealerships, I make the point to them, like, hey, you've got to do the hard work. Successful dealerships do the hard work. And the hard work is coaching and mentoring not only technicians, but any employee that you have. You've got to grow them and mentor them and coach them and train them to be leaders. But there's so often dealerships just want to take the easy way out. They just want to throw people at the problem. They don't want to figure out what is the problem. They don't want to coach you and train you, mentor you, spend time and invest in you so that you'll be a great asset, years to come. They just want you to take care of the problem. They want you to take the bullet. And then when everything falls apart, then they're going to blame you and they're going to move on to the next guy or next gal. So, and also I want to say this, if you're a young technician, don't feel the pressure that you've got to go out and sell yourself. You are valuable to our industry. You're worth a lot of money. And so what I want to bring out to you is that you should do some investigating on that dealership. Ask them, what does the career path look like for a technician at your dealership? What does it look like to get a raise or a promotion? Are there any other roles that I can move up to, or am I just a technician? And you might just want to be a technician. And I say, that may sound like a bad thing, but it's not. If you enjoy fixing things and turning wrenches, that's a very fulfilling and very profitable career, and I encourage you to do it. But somebody like myself, I did it for 10 years. I worked as a technician, and I wanted to do different things. I wanted to take on more responsibility. I was a natural leader. I guess basically natural leaders just enjoy being stressed out. And so you need to think about your career. Technician is not only a job, it's a career. And so you need to work with a dealership that sees the technician as the valuable asset that they are profit generating machines. Not only should they be willing to pay you top dollar, but they should be willing to invest money in you through OEM training, through dealership provide training, through mentorship programs, coaching, training. And so that's key to being successful. That's key to having a successful career, a fulfilling career, is that you want to work someplace that values you for who you are and in the work that you bring to the table. I'll tell you this, that a lot of dealerships who pay the most money are usually not the dealership you want to go to work for. So if they're willing to pay you ridiculous amount of money straight out of tech school or straight out of the military, it's probably because they have a bad culture and they can't keep anybody. And so instead of developing a training program or developing an onboarding process or a career path for you, they just pay you a bunch of money. And hopefully you're stay around long enough for them to get a return on their investment. But they're overpay just for the fact they don't want to do the hard work. And money's not everything. I can tell you, when you're young and you're straight out of the military, straight out of college, you want to make a lot of money. And money is important, especially when you're young. I get it. I totally understand. I've been there. But you've got to look at fulfillment and satisfaction. There's a lot of people who have a lot of money and they're not happy. And so you've got to keep that in mind too. And another thing that you've got to be aware of is money takes work. If you make a lot of money, then you need to learn how to manage that money. A lot of people right out of school will work for a dealership that pays them a lot of money, and basically they just go in debt, a lot of debt. Then they're stuck at that dealership because what we call golden handcuffs, you can't afford to go to work for anybody else. And they have a toxic culture. They mistreat you, they don't respect you, but they pay you well, and so you're stuck. And so job satisfaction goes down. That's going to affect your marriage. It's going to affect your home life. So be wise. Do your research on a dealership. And like I said before, if they say we only hire experienced mechanics, just good riddance. Just move on. Don't worry about it. Don't be offended by that. That's your sign, not to apply at that dealership. But if they're willing to hire you and train you and cultivate your skills, even though they may not offer you top dollar, that's probably the company that I'm going with. So hope this helps. If you have any questions or like to talk more, feel free to give me a call. My number is 979-337-4339, or you can email me at John, John, at servicebytheboxes.com, or you can visit my new website, which I thoroughly encourage you to check it out, servicebytheboxes.com. Buy my book, Service by the Boxes, on Amazon, 5-star rated book. It is making an impact in the industry, and it will give you a better understanding of how the service process works, which will make you a better technician. If you're a dealership and you're struggling to recruit technicians, and your technicians you're constantly turning them one after another and you're constantly hiring, let's talk. If you realize you have a problem and you want to fix it and you want to fix the culture at your dealership, let's talk. Call me, email me. Would love to kind of evaluate what you're doing and figure out a way to fix the problem. So I'll say it this way: for dealership owners, executive team, technicians, it doesn't matter. If you're going to do something right, it's going to be hard. And so if you're taking the easy way out, that's not the thing you should do. If you want to be best in class, you want to be successful, You've got to find the hard things that other people aren't willing to do and do them. That's what's going to differentiate you from everybody else. So hope this helps. Have a great evening. I'm enjoying a hot summer afternoon here in Texas. I think we're about 98, maybe hit 100 degrees today. So stay cool, have fun, and enjoy working in probably the best industry out there, the heavy equipment world.